Hey everybody, so this is my first college video, which is crazy. The walls are really thin, so people probably know that I'm talking to myself right now, but I really don't care. Sorry about like everything that's going on, because our room is a mess, kind of. There's stuff everywhere, but, so yeah, this is kind of like what our setup is. Like, I have a desk right here, and then behind me is my roommate's desk, and then if you can see up there, that's like an inspirational kind of like banner that my friend made me, and I thought that was really cool because when you're leaving the room for the day or for a class or whatever, you get to see those inspirational things. Although I can't really read it because I'm really short. But, so I just thought I would give you guys like an update. If you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, or if I talk to you on a regular basis, you probably know that it's been pretty tough for me. This whole transition into college has been so much more difficult than I thought. I was really excited about it, and then when I realized that my parents were leaving, it just really hit me about how hard this is gonna be. This is like life-changing, and I don't know why I didn't expect like so many emotions that I had. Moving in wasn't that difficult. Like, everybody was super friendly. Like, I love this school because they're so friendly. But as soon as my parents left, it just like, what's your identity? Like, you don't know what that feels like until you've, like, gone to college, but you show up and you're like, all of a sudden, even if you have a friend here, you probably still feel like, oh my god, I feel so alone. I felt really, really alone, and I was describing it to my parents, it, like, hurt my heart how alone I felt, and it's so difficult when you're seeing everybody else, you know, making friends so quickly, and it's like, wow, why can't I do that? I feel like such a failure. At the beginning I was talking to my parents like, you have to come get me, I cannot do this. But then they talked sense into me, and friends and family did too, and they pointed out that I've never given up on anything, and, you know, like, why would I give up now? This is a great school with, like, a great education. The hardest part is just that my parents aren't here, and that I don't have a lot of friends yet. My parents are my best friends, and I think I've said that in past videos, but my parents are my best friends, so it's really hard for me to be away from them. The longest I've been away from them is, I think, about 13 days, and it's only been, I think, 6, and it's already hard. But it's a lot harder here because you're trying to make friends, and you're trying to be yourself, and you have to manage so many different things, and it was really hard for me the first couple of days because we didn't have any classes. It was just for orientation, and we were put into groups with other people, and the groups were actually really helpful sometimes in making me feel like I was a part of something, because other than those times, I felt like really alone. I would be in my room and I would be very lonely. But when I got with my group, I just felt like I was a part of something, and everybody was very supportive, and it's like the first way that you can start making friends. Like, when I see people from my group on campus, I say hi to them because I remember them, and it's like, oh, there's a familiar face. Even though I only spent 2 or 3 days with you, it's still the most familiar face here. I actually made a really, really good friend from that group. We went through a lot of the same emotional stuff, you know, just feeling really alone. We were considering rooming together in the near future, but I think we decided we're just going to try and request each other next year, because we're pretty close now, and it's really cool. We say to each other that, like, if we don't invite each other, if one person doesn't invite the other person to go to the UC for dinner, which is like the cafeteria, then we won't go, because it's so overwhelming when you get your food and you have to decide, okay, am I going to sit alone or am I going to sit with somebody? If I'm going to sit with somebody, do I need to look for somebody that I know, which isn't a lot, or do I just go and put myself with a group? What group do I sit with? And it's pretty tough. it's a new experience for me, and I think a lot of people already have that experience because they went to a big high school, but I went to a high school that was really small and didn't even have a cafeteria, so it was a huge change. Today, I think I'm just going to have dinner by myself, like in my room or something, because my friend is going home for the weekend. I have like food in my room, and if you want to see a like room tour, I thought that would be interesting if I videoed that for you guys, because I think that'd be a cool little glimpse into like what college life is like. I have a shelf above me full of some snacks like cereal and coffee and tea and stuff, and then I actually have a mini fridge that I share with my roommate, and we have snacks and stuff in there. But yeah, so college is going pretty well. It helped a lot when I got into my classes because I'm not a nerd. Well, I'm nerdy. I like class, and I like studying, and I like doing homework. But it helped me a lot when I got into classes because it gave me the chance to be busy and be distracted so I wasn't feeling homesick all the time. So my classes I can tell you about. I have a required class that every freshman takes, and it's like a humanities class. So basically it's about philosophy and stuff like that. And if you went to the high school that I went to and you watch these videos, I'm just going to tell you, I basically have like a hippie Mr. Carmachero, which is hard to imagine, but he exists. He has like a tattoo on his head, and he's like totally down to earth, but other than that, he is Mr. Carmachero. So, and that's a pretty cool class because it's a little bit of a break from the typical like lecture thing, because that class is only 20 people, which is the typical size of what my high school classes were, maybe a little bit bigger than that, but and then the second class I'm taking is psychology, intro to psychology, and that's a lecture. I think that's 85 people, or maybe 100. That's a lot of people. Like, that's a ton. That's bigger than my class, my high school graduating class. And then the same with intro to sociology. That's about the same size. And my other one is literature and disabilities. So that, I think, is my favorite class so far. Shout out to Mia if you are watching this and you're in my class, because you sounded so interested in my, like CP channel and stuff, and it's just like, it's actually really heartwarming knowing that somebody like that doesn't have a handicap like appreciates it and is excited about it. So she said she was going to check them out. Maybe she'll see this video, maybe she won't. My town is like full of just a bunch of industry trucks and stuff, so sorry if it's really loud. I live like right on the street. And that's my favorite class so far, just because like I can talk about my own experiences, and it's really cool because everybody in the class I feel comfortable around, and that's rare. But that's probably about a 25-person class, maybe 20. But yeah, that's my other class. So 4 classes does not seem like very much. I have really busy Mondays and Wednesdays, so on Mondays and Wednesdays I start class at 7:30 in the morning, and my last class ends at about 4, which is so long. There's like really long like 2-hour breaks in between them, but that's like figuring stuff out, printing things in the library, studying, reading, starting the homework, stuff like that. So those are really, really busy days, and every day of the week except Friday, I have to wake up at least by 6:30. So I've been having a hard time sleeping. It takes me a long time to fall asleep anyway, and the people here are so loud, especially like right above me. They are so loud. But I'm just gonna have to get used to it and learn how to take naps, because I can't take naps. But yeah, so basically that's it. Oh, and also on Mondays I have, or not Mondays, Wednesdays I have piano lessons in between some of my classes, and a symphony practice from 7 to 10 at night, and it's so much stuff. Wednesdays I'm exhausted, and then Thursday I have to wake up at 6:30 again, And then Thursday night, like last night, I got to stay up and just not have to worry about waking up early in the morning, and I slept in. And my only class today was at 11:45, so that was really nice. Yeah, so that was just kind of like an update for you guys. If you have any questions about CP and how it's going, like how CP is going for me in college or just in life in general, or if you just want to know about college in general, ask me questions, leave comments, let me know if you want to see a dorm kind of explanation thingy. The bathroom across the hall smelled like weed this afternoon. That was kind of unfortunate. And what else? Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Ask me questions anywhere you want. And I will make another video again soon. Sorry it's been so long that I've made one, but obviously I've been really busy. So I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.